Hello world. Enola.dev is a project where I have explored some things that interest me over the past year or two. I learn best by doing, and this is the place where I do that. In the past, I was interested in graph data structures, linked data, knowledge graph, and such things. More recently, I found myself to be interested in the Agentic AI tool space. Enola is an application that you can download and run, which recently integrated the agent development kit from Google. But contrary to other agentic code frameworks, Enola is an application intended to be used by end users. Let me show you a quick demo on how the Agentic AI tool here can be configured for the moment as a first step with instructions for different agents. This is intended to give a sort of a quick preview on probably more to come, more configuration options here. Let's take this example here. This file, which I can also show up here on GitHub, this file defines two agents, the optimist and the pessimist, with two different instructions. These are to illustrate how two different instruction prompts can customize the responses you'll get from a language model. This format is something that I have defined based on what agent frameworks allow you to configure programmatically. I've written this little schema that defines, for the moment, this instruction, and in the future there will be other things we can declaratively, in a no-code environment, declare. Enola has an example here for how to use this. The easiest way to use it is through Docker. There's a bunch of other ways to launch, download, start it, but Docker is the simplest one from a container. So let's use that one here. I've prepared that in the terminal here. If I start this like this, where this Google API key is something that you need to obtain from the Google AI Studio. If I open this like this, it'll tell me to select one of the two agents, and we have the optimist and the pessimist here. If I choose the optimist and I say hi, it will connect to the language model. In this case, if I go back to the terminal real quick, if that was a bit too fast before, the language model here is Google Gemini 2.5 Flash. And the agents that were loaded were this chef's opposite YAML file that I showed you just before. As you can tell from the agent instruction, this is a very enthusiastic chef. If I ask it to how to make an omelette, it'll think about this real quick. We'll see here some of the internal events that happen. And in a minute, it'll come back here with very optimistic and jovial instructions for how to make an omelette. Now, if I create a new session and switch my agent to the pessimist agent, remember we have defined two of them here. The pessimist has different instructions. Let's see what this one does. If we ask it to give us the howdy, what's up, make an omelette, it will again connect to the large language model. By the way, while this is thinking, maybe I can show you real quick how Enola supports different large language models. I came up with this idea of AI URIs, and the one we're currently using is this one. But if I had started it with, for example, this URI here, then it would connect to a Llama running locally, and we could use a lot of other models as well. Any of these here could basically be used with Enola as well, with just changing the LM parameter here. Let's keep that for another day. For the moment, let's see. Oh, look, the pessimistic agent has a very different tone. I'll wrap it up here to keep this relatively brief and quick. Next video, I'm hoping to show how the declarative agent syntax allows to add tools as well. That's something I'm currently actively working on, and we'll demonstrate in another video. In the meantime, please join the Enola.dev announcement group. It's linked right here from the homepage, right here, and perhaps give the GitHub repo a star. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you soon.